Okay, so what about these guys? What are we going to do with this? Let's start with this example here. We've got these in parentheses and then plus 3.4, right? So if we remember PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract, it's saying we want to do parentheses first, right? So we're going to start with this. I guess I'll just do it to one side. 8.3 minus 1.2. So we'll just calculate that. 3 minus 2 is 1. 8 minus 1 is 7. Isn't it? So this just becomes 7.1 plus 3.4. So now I just got to calculate this, right? Add 3.4. 1 and 4 is 5. And that's 10. So the answer is 10.5. Now can you calculate this one? Press pause and try this one. What do you think you need to do first on that? Parentheses again? Yep. So let's do that to one side. 3.2 minus 1.5. 2 minus 5 is not going to happen. Cross that off, carry 1 over. 12 minus 5 is 7. Decimal point goes down here. 2 minus 1 is 1. So this becomes 1.7. So I have 7.8 minus 1.7, right? So just calculate that and then I've got it, right? 7.8 minus 1.7. 8 minus 7 is 1. 7 minus 1 is 6. So 6.1. But the trick on these was to make sure you do what's in the parentheses first and then do the rest, right? Because of the order of operations PEMDAS, right? Okay, can you do this one? Subtract 4 from the sum of 9.3 and that 0.182. By all means, press pause and see if you can do it. There's no point just watching me. You've gotta try and do it. Imagine this is your homework and just try and do it, and you know, make that mistake so that you can then catch your mistake and watch me doing it, and you know, make sure you catch your mistakes right now when you have a chance to learn this. Okay, subtract 4 from the sum of this and this, right? So the sum, what does sum mean? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Sum means add. It says subtract 4 from the sum of this. Well, to my mind, that means we've got to first get this sum and then subtract 4. Now, the easiest way to do it would be just go 9.3 plus 0.182, get the sum, and then subtract 4 afterwards, right? Just for fun, I'm going to write out what this would look like. You would get the sum of 9.3 plus 0.182, just because in later math classes you'll have to do this. This is the sum. And you'll put that in parentheses because you want to do that first, okay? Then you're going to subtract 4 from that sum. And so you need to write it out like that. So that's just for fun. But the bottom line is we have to add these together first anyway, no matter what. And I think it's kind of nice to stick zeros where we have kind of empty spaces, right? For the hundredths and the thousandths here. So 0 and 2 is 2, 0 and 8 is 8, 3 and 1 is 4, 9 and 0 is 9. So that's the sum of 9.3 and 0.182, and then we have to subtract 4 from that. How are we going to do that? Subtract 4, right? Or just for fun, 4.000. How about that? Okay. 2 minus 0 is 2, 8 minus 0 is 8, 4 minus 0 is 4, 9 minus 4 is 5. So 5.482, right? Now, can you do this one? What number is added to 0.045 to obtain 3.086? Let me ask you this. What number is added to 3 to obtain 10? What number is added to 3 to obtain 10? Different question. How would you figure this one out? What number is added to 3 to obtain 10? And how did you get that? You said 7, right? 7 is added to 3, can be added to 3 to get 10. How can you calculate 7 if you're given these two numbers? To calculate 7 given these two numbers, you would do this. Wouldn't you subtract? What would you subtract? Wouldn't you go 10, subtract 3? The answer is 7, right? So if the question was what number is added to 3 to obtain 10, I just go 10 minus 3. But if I'm asked what number is added to this to obtain this, then I just go this number minus that number, right? Does that make sense? So subtract that and then you got the answer. Just like the 10 and 3, right? So 6 minus 5 is 1, 8 minus 4 is 4, 0 minus 0 is 0, 3 minus 0 is 3, and that's the answer there, right?